Okay, my name is James William Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2, and I want to get some things off my chest real quick before I go to bed. I want to talk about depression, and I want to talk about um, what I plan on doing on my father's anniversary of his death, because he's only been dead almost a year. And I'm gonna bring up his death record, and I'm gonna hold it up. I'm gonna post everything with his picture and everything. I'll be doing the video while I'm holding it, on that date. I have his death certificate because I don't exactly remember the exact day because I've had time to mourn him, and I should have mourned him. It's been a year and I haven't. So I've suffered from depression probably periodically off and on during my lifetime, and it didn't really get really bad until I got into the army. And the only reason it got bad is because I failed and I didn't want to come home. I tried everything I could to get restarted. I tried everything I could to stay in the army, and it just wasn't happening. And to quote my sergeant major, bullets and beans cost money. I missed the army. Right? Finding out that I needed a new hip, and then finding out that I needed another new hip, and that really hurt my dad more than it hurt me. And you know, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm not a parent, so whatever he was going through, feeling for me, I can't feel that because I'm not a parent, and I know he's worried about me and all that stuff. And he has two other sons and a daughter that he had to worry about, or two other daughters that he had to worry about, and some grandkids. So I don't hold any anger to how he is feeling because it was my hip and not his. And clearly he was a little bit more healthier than I am. Sorry, there's a sexy Latin chick dancing on my TV. Anyway, the Zane Sex Chronicles or something is on. I don't know what the hell it is. I know that they have titties in it. So suffering from depression hasn't really been a good thing. So I've been working on a graphic novel to help keep my mind sturdy, and not off of fatal thoughts. And like I said, I mean, I suffered from depression almost all my life since I was a little boy. And it really only got bad when I couldn't stay in the army. Because I've never ever quit at anything in my life. I've never ever failed really at anything in my life. Except for that. Those dog tags mean everything to me. Because at 37 years old, my life was at its worst, and it hasn't gotten much better since that. And getting out of the army didn't help. I had no intention of leaving the nasty girls. I wanted to stay there. I wanted to die there. All right. It's something about being a soldier that people don't understand. If you don't have anybody in your family from the military, and if you're not a soldier yourself, you don't understand what it means to really fucking want to be a soldier. To be there, you really gotta want to be there. You don't want to just be there because you got nothing better to do and you think it's a millionaire boys club, and it's not. You be a soldier, you got to be willing to lay your fucking life down for every man, woman, and child in your country. And you got to want to be there. And I wanted to be there. After my initial last restart when I was in Delta and I found myself and I really wanted to be there and this fucking hip fucked up everything and we didn't know it because I can't lay on my stomach. And when you have to shoot, congratulations, you have to lay like this. And I tried to frog leg it, and they wouldn't let me do it. And I couldn't lay on my stomach because my hip would hurt. And I didn't think it was anything wrong with my hip because my knee was the only thing that was in pain. And apparently, I'm one of God's mistakes who hasn't been wired right. So, 3 bullets and time running out ruined my military career. And the fact that my leg was totally fucked up and I didn't know it. And nobody knew it. I just thought I just couldn't shoot, but it was also because I couldn't lay on my hip. So now that we've proven that, I still feel kind of bad. I still feel kind of like a failure, but I won't let it bring me back to where I was when I came home. Because when I came home, I was in bad shape. I was in a whole mess load of bad shape. I think PTSD is it was to the 5th power. I thought about suicide every fucking night, man. Every night, every fucking night. Because of all the things that have gone wrong in my life, it just kept going, 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 going. It's like it was just no fucking end to it. And depression was in overdrive. And so I got a psychiatrist to help me out for a little bit until I came to the realization that I needed a little bit more help. Well, the psychiatrist had a suggestion to send me to another psychiatrist who sent me to we did something. And he decided, I have 2 things that we can do for you. We can put you on drugs, and we can give you electroshock treatment, or we can get you medical marijuana. Yeah, all you reheads are probably thinking he took the medical marijuana, didn't he? Fuck that. I've seen what drugs do to people in my family. That wasn't a fucking option. And I sit there and I told him, I said, nah, man, I have a fear of addiction. And I'm not going to follow people in my family who have fallen prey to drugs. You know, some of my favorite people in my family have fallen prey to drugs, and they have paid for it with some of their most prized possessions. And I strongly believe that you can't fix a mental issue with a fucking addictive issue. So not only am I going to be mentally fucked, now I'm going to be addicted to weed, and I'm going to be even more suicidal when you guys only give me yay so much for the month. And then the fact that weed is also illegal, yeah, that wasn't going to help me. But, you know, as a military veteran, they could have got me medical marijuana, and they would have gave me this card and all this other crap. And I'm like, dude, I'm depressed. I don't need to get high. I need to fix this problem. And so when I got back with Miss Bishop, you know, and sometimes talking does help, but it helps you only on that day. I started writing my graphic novel because it started helping me on levels that you will never understand unless you're depressed. And so my thing to you all is to tell you that first and foremost, above all else, no matter what you see on here, no matter what you do, I still battle depression every day. I battle it every day. And losing my father didn't help me one bit. But the thing about being depressed is that there is no real cure for it other than to not be depressed and to not let everything get you so bad off that you can't function. And that was me. I got so bad off that I couldn't function. So when I started writing a graphic novel, it started working out a little bit better. And then there was my bow and arrow, because Kung Fu was such a big influence on my life. And to have that taken from me didn't also help the situation. I wanted to make Kung Fu movies for the rest of my life. Yeah, we see how that's working out. Broken hearts will fuck you up. Alright? So after all that, you know, just lost in the sauce, and I figured out, you know, how to not be as depressed as I had been. And so after that, you know, my advice to everyone else is to just fight through it. Fight through it as best you can. Do every damn thing you can to fight through it. Because if you don't, you're going to be in worse shape than you were when you got there. And I'm going to close this out. But before I do, I just want you guys to know that as bad off as I had it, there's a lot more veterans out here who have it far worse. And if you get a chance to talk to veterans, if you get a chance to help veterans, then you should do that. And I'm not saying it because I'm a vet, alright? I'm saying it because these guys and myself were willing to put on these tags and willing to go out and lay our lives down for everyone here to be able to breathe, smoke cigarettes, smoke weed, do drugs, whatever the fuck you want to do, legally or illegally. I took that oath to fight foreign and domestic terrorism because I believed in it. I still believe in it. Cripple or not, I still believe in it. And so, hell or high water, I'll never be able to be a soldier again. Ever. And that kills me. So for those who are gifted to still be in the military, I salute you. And, you know, the thing is, I didn't have a bad experience. I didn't have a great experience, but I didn't have a bad experience. And some of the people I had experience with, I like to bring their fucking necks, but it's illegal. So I'm going to tell you guys, you know, give when you can give. And if you can't give, at least pray. Because you can always give in the power of prayer. Nobody could not use a prayer. Even the people who don't believe could still probably use a prayer. My name is James Williams Jr. And to everyone who suffered from depression, I'm with you. 100%. I'm with you. I don't want to give you my number or anything because I don't want you guys calling me out of craziness. But, you know, just pray and fight through it. No. And if you're a Marine, Semper Fi. I'm not a Marine. I'm a nasty girl. Hooah. Alright, guys. This is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Much love. I'm out.